So first thing I need you to do, you're going to take your square handout and you're going to cut all of the little squares in half. Okay, they don't need to be perfect. You don't have to cut around the line. You just need individual squares. Please do that. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to do is you should have your two little blue slips. Okay, and I want you to label the first one, Introduction, and then I want you to call it Paragraph 1. Do that right now. Your blue ones, Introduction, Paragraph 1. So every introduction should have a thesis. Your thesis sentence is going to be the main idea of the entire essay. So I've taken some of our research questions from Monday and I have flipped them into sentences. Okay, so for your thesis sentence, you're going to need to avoid two things. First, you do not want to include yourself, so don't write phrases like I think, I believe, I researched. Okay, do not refer to yourself at all. The next part is this is a research essay, so you are the expert. So your thesis needs to be a statement, not a question. If the expert is asking a question, we need to be worried. Go ahead and pick one of these stems or come up with your own and write a thesis sentence related to your topic. The next thing that I want you to do is on your other blue slip, I want you to title it Conclusion. This is going to be paragraph 4, and your conclusion should restate your thesis. So I want you to go ahead and restate your thesis. Make sure you use different wording than what you used initially. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do that. So why would I have you write your conclusion before I had you write the rest of the essay? Your conclusion should be restating the thesis sentence in the introduction. A lot of times once we start writing our essay, we tend to get off topic, and so by the time we're done, our conclusion is about something completely different. So by writing our conclusion first, we're ensuring that we're going to stay on topic. Next, I want you to take your 6 boxes and categorize them into 2 groups. So while I was researching my Pompeii subject, I discovered that Mount Vesuvius was really important too. So my 2 groups are going to be about Mount Vesuvius and Pompeii. Go ahead and do that now. Now, within the 2 groups, I want you to get rid of quotes that you don't really like. Okay, so why would I have you research get 6 quotes and then get rid of some of them? We don't do busy work, so why would I have you do that? If you get rid of the weak quotes, the only thing you're left with is the strong ones. So your essay is going to be stronger without the weak quotes as well. If you have choices, it gives you the opportunity to pick the stronger material instead of being forced to use the weak kind. So now that you have your 2 categories organized, we're going to create what's called a topic sentence. Okay, so on your yellow slip, I want you to label it topic sentence, and then I want you to call this one paragraph 2. Okay, so your topic sentence is supposed to give the main idea of a body paragraph. This is different from a thesis because your thesis gives the main idea of the whole essay. Topic sentence just gives the main idea of one body paragraph. So since my 2 categories that I organized my research into were about Mount Vesuvius and Pompeii, my first topic sentence is going to be Mount Vesuvius is the only active volcano in Europe. Notice I'm the expert. This is a sentence. It does not refer to me, and it is about just what my paragraph is going to be about, which this paragraph will be about Mount Vesuvius. Go ahead and write your topic sentence now. So each yellow slip should indicate a new body paragraph. So you have 2 yellow slips, so you should have 2 body paragraphs. Okay, so your next body paragraph is going to be paragraph 3. Make sure you start with the topic sentence. My topic sentence is Pompeii is a city that was destroyed by Mount Vesuvius. So my topic sentence is showing that my body paragraph is going to be about Pompeii. So go ahead and finish your topic sentences right now. We have our introduction, 2 topic sentences for our body paragraphs, and our conclusion. We're going to actually start adding in our research. So your research, you organized into 2 categories. You then divided those 2 categories and wrote a topic sentence for each one. So I am now going to plug in my research based on the topic sentence that it belongs to. So this research says before the eruption of 1944. This one is talking about Mount Vesuvius. So I'm going to plug this into my topic sentence for paragraph 2. Okay, so the topic sentence is going to start the paragraph. I'm then going to plug in my research. Okay, my next quote that I found says the remains of about 2,000 victims out of the population. Okay, this one's talking about Pompeii. So I'm going to plug this one in after my topic sentence about Pompeii. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and plug in your research where it belongs right now. That we've plugged our quotes in underneath our topic sentences and organized our essay the way that we want it to flow, we need to add some commentary for our quotes. We can't just slap them in there. So I want you to think about when we write an OER. The first sentence of an OER is going to be where you restate the question and answer it. So this is going to be the equivalent of our thesis statement. Okay? The next part of an OER is when we transition into our quotes. Okay, so in line 5 it says, or on paragraph 4 it says. Okay, so we're going to get to transitioning into our quotes in just a minute. But the next thing I want you to do to focus on is with the commentary in an OER, we start it with this quote shows. So on your green slips, you're going to explain your commentary. Okay, so you're going to write this quote shows, and then you're going to explain how your quote connects back to your topic sentence and your thesis. Okay, notice on this, I did not say to rewrite the quote or to summarize the quote. If you summarize the quote, you're essentially saying the same thing twice and you're wasting your reader's time. Okay, so make sure that you are explaining how the quote connects with your thesis. I need you to fill out a this quote shows commentary on a green slip for every piece of evidence that you have. Okay, so on my next quote, I would again add another green slip that explains what the quote is showing and how it relates to the thesis. Go ahead and do this now. Okay, so you should have your green slips done. Okay, so we're going to walk back through everything that we should have, and I'm going to give you some tape and you're going to tape it together. So first you should have your introduction. It should be labeled paragraph 1. This is going to come in handy in a minute. Then you're going to have paragraph 2, your topic sentence. Okay, then you should have every quote related to that topic sentence. So everything that you organized to that stack should be with that topic sentence. Okay, then for every quote, there should be a green slip to follow it. Okay, so even if you have 2 quotes under the topic sentence, you should have 2 green slips under each quote. Okay, it needs to be broken down just like I have mine. We good so far? Okay, then after that green, your last green one, you're going to put your next topic sentence, Brent. Okay, after your next topic sentence, every quote related to it. And then after every quote again, your green slip. Okay, and then after that body paragraph is done, we're going to end off our essay with our conclusion. Now that we've completed the final product of your research organizer, you're going to write your rough draft. The nice thing about the organizer is it has pretty much written the entire rough draft for you. So on your blue slip that you labeled introduction, you already have written your thesis. Because your introduction is your first paragraph, you need to be sure to indent and then start writing your thesis just as you put it on your card. You are welcome to make changes if it is worded poorly or if you think of something that you like better. Okay, so after I've written my thesis, I'm going to go on to my next card, which is going to be my topic sentence that's labeled paragraph 2. So it's a new paragraph. I need to indent again and begin writing my topic sentence. After I've finished my topic sentence, I need to transition into my quote. So this is going to go back to where we referred to our OER earlier. So for our OER, we said we transition in by saying on line 4 or in paragraph 3 or things like that. For your research paper, you want to say something along the lines of in the article, because all of our research came out of articles. We're going to give the title of the article. So if my title was Pompeii, that's what I would put here. And because it's an article, it is a short work, so we're putting it in quotation marks. You will not be underlining it. Okay, so in the article Pompeii, it says, again, you're going to need quotation marks because this is somebody else's work, not ours. You're going to go ahead and write your quote, and then you are going to end it. The next thing I want you to do is you're going to transition into your green slip. So this quote shows, and that's where your green slip is going to demonstrate how it refers back to your thesis. So go ahead and write your rough draft now. Make sure you indent where it needs to be, and make sure you use the appropriate transition.